loose, and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Welcome to our first Sports Jam for the spring season. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. Ahead today, early games in softball and lacrosse, and we'll meet a Maple Grove tennis standout in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And I'll talk boys track and field with State Power Wayzata. Up first, baseball. Park Center was winless last season, but the Pirates started this season with 2 wins. After an extra inning loss to Andover, they look to bounce back against Rogers. Third inning, 2 outs for the Royals. Ryan Davidson up. He grounds to short. Brendan Baki's throw is wide, and it gives the Royals runners on second and third. After Park Center walks 2, pushing 1 run across, Brendan Unruh grounds to short. The throw can't be picked up by Kyle Schnobrook at first, and Davidson scores, making it 2-0. Next batter, Mitch Spillis singles to right, bringing in Tanner Palm. Rogers is up 3-0 after 3. On to the 5th inning. Spillis lines 1 to right just in front of a diving Riley Peterson. Palm scores, and it's 4-0 Royals. Next batter, Peter Fair singles to center, bringing Unruh home. That makes it 5-0. The Pirates get 1 late, but they fall 5-1 to Rogers.
Maple Grove and Champlin Park look pretty strong this season in baseball. They met up in a low-scoring battle as the Crimson paid a visit to the Rebels. And it's a pitcher's duel. Champlin Park's Cole Albers gets the strikeout in the 2nd inning. He throws a 2-hitter. After a little control trouble in the first, Maple Grove's Bubba Horton finds a groove, and he pitches a 1-hitter for the Crimson. The Crimson take a 1-0 lead in the 4th, and in the 6th, the Rebels looking for a run, but Lucas Burrington throws out the runner here, ending the inning with a great defensive play. Bottom of the 7th, the Rebels get the tying run to 3rd, but Horton comes up with a big strikeout. It's game over as Maple Grove takes a 1-0 win. Earlier, the Rebels visited Osseo, 3rd inning, and the Rebels' Riley Johnson will single to right. Zach Loven comes in from second base to score as he just beats the tag at the plate to make it 2-0 Champlin Park. Next inning, Cole Albers slaps one into left. Jeff Wilagi rounds 3rd and trots in to give the Rebels a 3-0 lead. In the bottom of the inning, Osseo comes back. Cameron Perna grounds to the right side. Eric Pearson with a sliding grab, but the throw is offline, allowing Eric Lyons to score to make it 3-1. 2 batters later, John Bezdacek with a flare to right. Perna comes sliding in to score, and the Orioles cut their deficit to 1. But that's all the runs they get. Champlin Park continues to hit, up 5-2 in the 7th. Wilagi crushes a ball to deep left field. 2 runners come in to score. Champlin Park takes the win 8-2.
Defending Northwest Suburban Conference baseball champion Tutina Grace has a lot of new faces in the lineup, but the Eagles should have a good team again this spring. They played Osseo on the Orioles' home diamond, tied at 1 in the 3rd inning when Eric Lyons hits a single to center field. A run scores with Anthony Fetzik comes in, and the Orioles take a 2-1 lead. 2 batters later, Cameron Perna drives a ball to deep right. This one gets to the fence. Matt Bezdacek comes all the way around from first base to score, and the Orioles are up 3-1 through 3. Same score in the 5th. Grace's Daniel Jacob sends this pitch deep to center. This ball gets to the wall. Ryan Johnson scores to make it 3-2. Jacob Zerbe is the next batter, and he singles to center field. Jacob slides in with the tying run. The Eagles rallying this one, tying the game up. Still in the 5th inning, Kyle Halverson with a fly ball to center. Matt Bezdacek makes a nice catch in the wind, but it's deep enough to score Zerbe from 3rd base. That turns out to be the winning run. Grace wins it over Osseo 4-3. Also in prep baseball, Robbinsdale rivals met up Saturday with Armstrong winning 8-1 at Cooper. Mitchell Waltowski picked up his 3rd win already in relief for the Falcons, throwing 4 1/3 hitless innings with 5 strikeouts. Chell Hokinson had 2 hits and 2 runs for the Falcons, who enter this week with a 4-1 record. Lacrosse was the last of the spring sports to start practice, and a handful of teams played their first games of the season late last week. Champlain Park's girls were one of them, coming off back-to-back state tournament appearances. The Rebels taking on Coon Rapids in the season opener. Hannah Krimble sets up Sam Nolan. She scores an early goal for the Rebels. Then Nolan takes it herself, zipping to the goal and giving Champlain Park a 6-2 lead. Second half, nice pass on the run by Nolan, and Krimble takes it all the way for the goal. And it's a 9-4 Rebels lead. Then Krimble with a quick move to the net, switches hands and scores. Champlain Park wins its first game of the season, beating the rival Cardinals 14-8. In the big boys game Saturday, Wayzata falls just short against defending state champion White Bear Lake in a 9-8 loss. It was the season opener for the Trojans. Mar Bontra and Brooks Hansen had 3 goals each for Wayzata. O'Reilly Nelson had a goal and 3 assists. Shane Olson scored 4 times for the Bears. Wayzata opens Lake Conference play this week with games against Edina and Eden Prairie. And Champlain Park's boys lacrosse team started out with a 12-0 shutout of Coon Rapids.
Not that often that you can put a 0 up on the board in lacrosse, so that's a pretty good win for them. Next on Sports Jam, boys tennis highlights, plus early softball battles. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sports Jam.
Time to talk boys tennis and a big win for a local team. Wayzata hosting defending state champion Moundsview. At number 2 doubles, Wayzata on the far court. Jack Willis returns, sets up the volley winner for Max Liao. The Mustangs answer here. Danny Jamo rips a wicket backhand winner. It's Willis and Liao winning 6-4, 6-2. 1 doubles, Sam Hohenschel gets the smash winner for the Mustangs. Later, Hohenschel serving, and Michael Conlon Brandenburg puts it away, and the Mustangs win it in straight sets. 1 singles, Nick Beattie for Wayzata. Jake Tonson for Moundsview. Beattie with a nice point here, winning with a backhand volley. Later, Beattie with a big serve, sets up a forehand winner. He wins 6-3, 6-4. Wayzata pulls out a big win. 4-3 Trojans is the final.
Maple Grove is also in the top 10 this season. The Crimson have started out fast this spring. They faced Tino Gray's first singles. Charlie Adkins of Maple Grove is in the far court against Elliot Becker. Becker hustles to get to it, but Adkins puts the overhead away and wins in straight sets. Second singles, Tommy Bredemus serving for Grace to Sam Hochberger. Hochberger's second shot is a nice forehand winner down the line. He wins 6-0, 6-0. To number 1 doubles, and Tino Grace's Ryan King and Tom Schnagel take a nice point on their way to a tough 6-2, 4-6, 7-6 win. But Maple Grove takes the match 6-1. We'll meet Charlie Adkins later in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Now to softball, where Wayzata started last week with 2 easy non-conference wins before their game against a Hopkins team that was coming in 1-1. Both teams playing their late conference opener. Bottom of the first, Royals' Brenna Falk draws a bases-loaded walk and scores a second run in the inning, and it's 2-0 Hopkins after 1. Second inning, and the Royals' Mackenzie Merritt with a sharp single to left. Evelyn Barczyk scores, give Hopkins a 3-0 lead. The Royals score at least 1 run in each of the first 5 innings. Lexi Shears with a base hit to plate Parker Stoddard with a run in the 3rd. And then in the 4th inning, Merritt comes through again, this time doubling to the fence in right. Natalie Den Hartog will come around to score. It's 5-0 Hopkins through 4. Wayzata finally gets on the board in the 5th inning. Katie Walk delivers the 3rd of her 4 hits on the day, getting the ball to the gap in right center. Mackenzie Murray scores for the Trojans. But Hopkins counters with 3 more runs in the bottom of the 5th, including 1 on a sacrifice fly here by Den Hartog. Hopkins wins it. 8-2 is the final.
Cooper and Benilde have had a good softball rivalry. Benilde is off to a strong start this spring, and they look to continue that as they played host to Cooper. Scoreless in the 2nd until Wynn Bruce's check swing hit drops in just over the infield for Benilde. Sedona Brown and Hattie Hoffman score on the play. The Red Knights lead it 2-0. Some good defense helps them to keep that lead. First baseman Alyssa Brinza with a diving catch here. In the 3rd inning, Hoffman grounds a single to right. Brinza is the second of 2 runners to come home on the play, and Benilde takes the lead 4-0. Some defense for the Hawks coming up too. Left fielder Bree Jones handles a tough liner. She juggles it a bit but hangs on and records the out. Benilde gets 2 more runs in the 5th though. Cooper gets the out at first here, but a run scores and Benilde downs Cooper 6-1. Champlain Park and Osseo always seem to play close games in softball, and that was the case again in each team's season opener as they met up at Osseo. Osseo has to get out of a jam early. They get Brittany Davis on a line out to second. It turns into a double play that ends the top of the 1st inning. Scoreless in the 4th. Lane Ruska bunts. The Rebels get the out at first, but Andrea Denslake scores for a 1-0 Osseo lead. Next hitter is Bailey DeBoer, and she singles to left to score Faith Lovchick, and Osseo takes a 2-0 lead through 4. Champlain Park answers, though, in the top of the 5th. Davis hits a smash. It takes a bad hop pass. Shortstop Taylor Kotke goes all the way to the fence. 2-run score, and it's quickly a 2-2 game. And it stays that way until the 8th. After losing a runner who was caught stealing, Osseo gets a rally going on a double to left by Denslake. The next hitter is Lovchick, and she comes through with the game winner, scoring Denslake with a hit to right center field. Osseo takes the thriller in both teams' season opener, the final 3-2.
Maple Grove has been pretty dominant in softball, but the Crimson have to replace a lot of talent lost to graduation. The Crimson hosted number 3 Elk River last week, down 2-0 in the 5th. Maple Grove's Eleanor Schutte slaps it to third. Nice play by Lexi Beck, but the throw home gets away, allowing Taylor Rosacker and Maria Palance to score. Crimson tie at 2-2. In the 6th inning, Elk River works the double steal, and when the Crimson are slow to execute the rundown, Caitlin Aday scores, but the Elks back in front 3-2. Taylor Wente back playing softball this year, and she rips a hit down the line to score Aaron Roll, and the Maple Grove ties at 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th. But Elk River comes right back. Sophie Schutte with a hit to right center to score Jamie Langbin, and Elk River beats Maple Grove for the first time in 5 years. Also in softball, Park Center playing its season opener at home against Spring Lake Park. Top of the 3rd, Jordan Fisher with a wild pitch on ball 4. Sarah Fusnia scores, and it's 1-0 Panthers. Nice defensive play by the Pirates on this slap bunt. Sammy Coward fields it, throws to Cheyenne Kennedy at first, and then home to catcher Casey Johnson for the tag out. Double play ends the inning. In the 5th inning, though, Spring Lake Park adds to its lead. Bria Parrish draws a bases-loaded walk, scoring Jazz Rickenbach with the Panthers' 3rd run. And that's more than enough for pitcher Haley Jones, who spins a 2-hitter in this game. Spring Lake Park shuts out Park Center 6-0 the final. Local high school golf teams are getting their season started at the Osseo Invitational Girls Tournament at Shamrock. Champlain Park comes out on top, 7 shots ahead of Blaine. Host Osseo is 3rd, followed by Anoka, Park Center, Centennial, and Coon Rapids. In the big Bunker Hills Invitational Boys Tournament, Minnetonka breaks the 300 mark, shooting at .297. They win at St. Michael Albertville is 2nd and White Bear Lake 3rd. Locally, Maple Grove ties for 7th. Totino Grace ties for 16th. Rogers ties for 18th with Armstrong 22nd, Osseo 24th, and Champlain Park tying for 29th place.
John, I think the courses are starting to green up now. It's a little more like golf weather.
Need some rain this week, which looks like we're going to get, and be all ready for the season. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a tennis ace from Maple Grove who's in the final season of a great career.
We have some pretty talented boys tennis players in the northwest suburbs this spring. In our first Sports Jam Spotlight of the season, we meet one of the best, Charlie Adkins of Maple Grove. He's progressed into one of the state's top tennis players. Maple Grove senior Charlie Adkins has a wide variety of skills.
More of an all-around player. I don't have many glaring weaknesses. I'm strong on both sides and coming to the net. On a good match, I'm definitely coming in more often and playing more offense instead of being too far behind the baseline, being more on the defensive side.
Charlie's a pretty impressive player. He's got almost every shot in the book. He's barely misses a first serve, and he's just consistent all around. Gets his balls deep, and he's always getting volleys, getting to the net, and pretty impressive in general.
Adkins is ranked 3rd in Class AA singles and recently beat number 5 Nikita Snezhko of Armstrong.
We're ranked pretty close in the state, so it's definitely a good win to solidify my ranking. And plus, he's actually a really good friend of mine, so for it to be like the first match of the season is pretty cool.
While he definitely gets challenged at times, other matches where he has a clear advantage allow Charlie to work on his game too.
More easier matches, I always try to find something that I can work on. If it's like high serve percentage or just getting into the net more often, that's what I'll work on a lot in those matches.
Like all of the top players in high school tennis, Adkins plays extensively throughout the year and has done well.
Going to zonals almost every year, which is when they take the top 12 kids in the section and they all go to and play kids from other sections. So it's like a national tournament.
Adkins will play singles in the postseason. He already captured a doubles championship in his sophomore year, teaming with Rory Calabria.
That was an amazing experience, especially because we had no idea, because we didn't pair up until sections came around, and we had no idea we were going to be able to take it that far.
Last week, Charlie signed a letter of intent to play tennis at Augustana, where he'll be reunited with his older brother, Zach.
He definitely has part of it. It's definitely convenient for driving, but I visited the school and really liked it, and all the guys on the tennis team are nice. And I really like the coach too, and he helped in the recruiting process.
He hopes to crack the lineup as a freshman and also to team with Zach in doubles at Augustana. But first up for Charlie Adkins, trying to become a state high school singles champion. He says he has a legitimate shot.
I do, yeah. I'm ranked 3rd in the state right now. I've beaten the 2nd ranked person before, so I'm mostly working towards beating Jackson, who's ranked 1 right now.
I know he's played against Nick a few times and some other of the top players, and he's done well, held his own against them, and he's playing at a really high level now. Obviously, there was a test against Nikita the other day, like I said, and he did pretty well in that, so I think if he keeps it up, then he will definitely have a shot.
There is another tennis-playing Adkins coming up. Charlie's little sister Zoe is a 6th grader who will begin playing in the high school program for Maple Grove next fall. Sports Jam returns in a moment as John talks track and field with the Wayzata boys.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The track and field season is getting underway for 2016. The Wayzata boys, defending state true team and state champions last year, and they join us now on the show. We'll start with head coach Aaron Burton. Aaron, tell me about this great tradition you've got going here at Wayzata. Not just last year's state championship, but you got a long run of success here, don't you?
Yeah, we've really developed a nice culture here over the last few years. We've been able to really stick our noses in it when it comes to a team title. A lot of that is revolved around guys we've had come through this program. Guys have gone on to do really great things and set the precedent for how to train and how to go about being as best as they can be.
Hard to say early when you really haven't had any competition, but as you look at your personnel and seeing them in workouts, how excited are you to start another year?
Yeah, I mean, we graduate a lot of guys every year, but we like the group we got coming back. Like you said, we haven't had a lot of competitions yet, but we know the guys, how well they did last year, and our hope is at this point of the year they're healthy, and for the most part they are. So as we get into the meets here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we can be in the right spot where we want to be when it comes to team scores.
For you as a coach, what do you look for in these early meets as you build toward true team and the state high school meet?
Sure. Well, the number one thing is we look to see where the fitness level of our team. It really dictates what we do for workouts as it gets going on here this season. The other thing which gets hard, and really depending upon the weather too, is what we want to do with our relays. Our relays have been really the strength of our team over the last couple of years, so it's really kind of an important piece to figure out what spots we're going to put kids in. That at the end of the year, that ends up being where those kids get that baton around the track, nice and smooth and hopefully pretty fast.
This Friday, you've got a big early season meet. Tell me about the competition you've got coming in here.
Yeah, well, this meet we have a triangular boy-only meet here where we go against Rosemount, we go against Stillwater, and these are two teams which have been really good over the last couple of years. We've won the last 3 true team state titles, but Rosemount has won 2 in the years right before that. And Stillwater, we've battled with them. They've been runner-up to us a couple of years. So what we've been able to do is with just 3 teams, have maybe one of the top track meets in this metro region early season. And it's a great way for us that we can get every one of our kids. I got 213 boys out. Every one of those kids will compete in a number of events. But at the same time, our top end kids really get some excellent competition, some great races that we can really gauge where we stand versus the rest of the state.
Thanks, Aaron. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
And also with us today, 2 of Wayzata's captains, and we'll start with Tyler Didier, a sprinter, a senior, and tell me about your off-season workouts. First of all, what you've done to get ready for the spring.
We do a lot on our own. In the off-season, we kind of rely on ourselves to go out for runs. be lifting, get in shape. But then every Friday we had our dome workouts, which we were able to see what we had in our talent coming up to the season. I mean, we have the guys over here that know what they're doing, and we want to see them get better. And we strive just to start getting better and get ourselves back in shape.
A state championship last year and so much success for this program for the last several years. How much do you guys talk about that and look forward to another season and trying to keep that winning tradition going here?
I mean, we look forward to it every day coming out here. I mean, I've been looking forward to ever since my senior year started, coming out here with all these guys that I love to be with since my freshman year. And we really strive to push ourselves and get to the spot that we were last year and win that state title.
Good luck this season.
Thank you very much.
Jared Carpenter, another senior captain and a distance runner, and tell me about this season and how much you guys are looking forward to it now as your senior year.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a lot. I mean, the meets that we're really looking forward to are true team sections in state. Within the Wayzata program, that's kind of what means the most to us. Kind of shows our depth, and that's kind of what we pride most of in our team. So I'm really excited to see what some of these new guys can do at that meet.
Track and field is interesting in that it's an individual sport in some ways, but it's also you need the whole team to be able to have success. How much do you enjoy that kind of aspect of the sport?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you can send individuals to state or true team, whatever, but I'd say running as a team is a lot more fun. A lot of people can attest to that. So there's a lot of individual aspects to it, but the whole, I mean, like I said, we value true team state, and that's kind of where you value the team more. So that's the more fun part of track.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Wayzata boys track and field team defending state champions in both the true team and the state high school league meet. And again, they've got a big meet coming up here Friday against Stillwater and Rosemont. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam after this timeout.
Comebacker, Sloat will throw to second for one. Relay to first is in time.
He's 1-2 pitch. Driven out into right center field. This will drop for a hit. And she's going to go for three. The throw is not in time.
Get ready for the Step to It Challenge from May 3rd to the 30th. It's a great community event to help get you active. For more details, go to In the Community at 12.tv.
Whether you want to produce your own show or work behind the scenes, at Northwest Community Television, our free training will put you on the fast track to creating videos for TV and the internet. Our facility offers tools and equipment used by professionals, and expert instructors are on hand to guide you through turning your concept into programming. What are you waiting for? Start now to share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Kids, get your bikes dusted off and ready for the annual Bike Rodeo on Wednesday, May 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Sonneson Elementary in New Hope. For more details, go to 12.tv. Celebrate and recognize achievements at the District 279 Investment in Youth Awards on Sunday, May 1st at Park Center High School. For more details, go to In the Community at 12.tv.
Our game of the week is a rematch of last year's Section 6 3A Baseball Championship as Plymouth rivals Armstrong and Wayzata meet. The game is Wednesday at Wayzata. Watch it live on our website, 12.tv, or catch the replays on Channel 12 and 799 Thursday and Friday evenings at 7 o'clock. And that will do it for this week's show.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.